All right, I'm gonna say this while I still got the conviction. I was just listening to Caleb Maupin, and apart from some of the critiques I may have of him, I still gotta agree with him because guess what? His chat doesn't have any mods. You can just say what you want, man. And the thing is, really, you don't need mods nowadays on YouTube because you can just ban people from the chat already. So if you got a problem, whatever. But anyway, anyways. I want to get this out because, he was telling this story about this woman was just screaming from a church and he just blanked her out and he kept walking because that's the conviction that he had. And I thought that to myself. I was like, that's some real shit. Now I'm going to flip it a little bit here. I'm going to twist it around, flip it, twist it, put some cheese on it and put some bacon on it and call it a sandwich. But I would compare that sort of conviction that he has to how you should feel about the internet. And a lot of these, I'm just going to say it, bitch niggas who are on the internet. I was I was trolling this one broad and she saw my comments and everything else like that. She couldn't make that much of a comment really. But she blocked me, of course. And I know, I know, but the thing is that these folks that have like 100,000 subscribers or 134,000 subscribers, I'm talking specifically about political streamers. Doesn't matter if it's YouTube or Twitch or I think Coffee is a stream. Any of these other streams, any other, D Live, whatever the case may be. I mean, D Live, they don't have 100,000 people. Anyway, you can barely scrape together 90 people sometimes with D Live. Anyway. What I was going to say is that you got to, the ones with the big audiences that have 20 mods in the chat and whatnot, those are the weak motherfuckers. The topic tonight is going to be about conviction and not being a pussy. That's what I would say the topic is, Union Army Ball. What I was going to say is I was going to make a comparison. These folks that have 100,000 subscribers, they always have 20 mods in their chat. These would be the same type of fools who would talk that same old bullshit, stand on a stage, and they got 20 guards, 20 policemen around, the edge of the stadium or wherever they are, edge of the stage where they're talking. They would have some feds out there ready to snatch people up, this and that. And yet they're saying stuff like, well, we don't like the cops, this and that type of thing. White people are bad. And yet they'd be like, well, I don't like the cops and I don't like how they're saying stuff. But yet these are the same motherfuckers that would have, all these mods ready to throw people, out. Now, mind you, I troll a lot of folks. I still troll a little bit here and there. I'm not the greatest troll, but I mean, I try to be a little bit smarter about it. But the thing is that you gotta heckle these folks here and there, and I can't really heckle people like Caleb Maupin because I think that Caleb Maupin, Maupin's got, you can say what you want to, but guess what? I can't disrespect him. I can't hate the guy. I can't hate him because it's like, he's just, he'll be like, I'm still, I'm never going to disavow people like Farrakhan. I'm never going to disavow this type. I got to respect that dude's conviction, man. I got to respect it. He may disagree with people like Louis Farrakhan, but he's like, I'm never going to down these fools. That's a down ass motherfucker. Because a lot of the time, these motherfuckers have no loyalty to anybody. People like Vosh, oh man, it's like that soap dam that was running in Washington State, who was LARPing. He disavowed his ass. He disavowed him. And it's the same type of thing with any of these type of bread tube type fools. They will disavow you when they think they don't like you. you know. So I mean, that's what I can respect about people like Caleb Maupin. He was a loyal dude. You know, and you got to respect that regardless. You know, he's a respectable guy. And I think that, he may feel differently about whatever the case may be, but guess what? He's going to stand for his people. He's going to stand up with folks. And to me, loyalty, while at times, I'll admit, I haven't been the most loyal person, I'll admit. And deep down, I may not even necessarily believe in loyalty. But I feel like I got to respect Caleb Maupin because it feels like, deep down, I think he's a trad. I really do. I mean, even though he's a Protestant, he comes from Ohio. Deep down, I think he's a trad. I really do. It's like I can respect him. I can respect him for what he's done. And, I just wanted to get that out there right quick because I'm like, some of these fools out here, me included to a point, some of these fools out here, they just talking some bullshit, this and that. And they think that, they think their shit, don't stink, basically. They think that, people like Vosh can just go ahead and, say stuff like, oh, well, all conservatives are pedophiles. And it's like that this nigga won't catch heat from that. I'm like, bruh, come on now. You think that someone ain't going to hear that? When he says some I don't give a fuck about your culture. You think that people aren't, you think that you won't catch a, you won't catch a fist because of that? You won't catch some bullets or something? And by the way, I'm not advocating anything. I don't want y'all to do anything, even beyond TOS, just for your own self. Don't do that shit. But I'm just saying, some of these folks be saying some wild shit, and they think they won't catch anything from it. They think they won't catch drama. They think they won't catch these hands or catch these feet. So I'm just saying, I respect, I'm going to see if I can find the clips for Caleb Maupin. He said, I will never disavow Farrakhan. I will never disavow these. All right. There's some good ass clips in this episode tonight. I mean, the thing is, like I say, I mean, just as a lot of my comments on that video when I reposted his that clip of him talking about trannies is, yeah, he's a little bit boomer on that. But at the end of the day, I mean, he is who he is. He's got a lot of heat and whatnot. You are a bold one. I guess I'm bold. I mean, here I am saying my comments, this and that, whatever. I mean, some of these fools, I mean, I don't really take, it's like, oh, nowadays, anyone that calls himself a soap dam or, they're, democratic socialist and all that type of, no, that's pussy talk. That's some pussy shit. About the Black Panthers move day. I didn't get a strike though. Yeah, that does happen, Union Army Bomb. I did see that video. That was some good work, man. I appreciate it. That was some good stuff. But but yeah, that does happen from time to time. That happened with me. I'm trying to think of what video I did that with. It's like, oh yeah, I remember what it was. I did a video. It was like a German World War II training video. It was like it was like a film from back in the day, obviously. But I remember they didn't give me a strike. They just took the video down. They just took it all down. And that does happen from time to time. But yeah, I think that's probably what happened to you. They just took it down. I mean, it's so silly the way YouTube works, to be honest with you. I mean, I just figure out how it goes. Like right now, I mean, since I'm small and they know I don't make any money, and I don't think I'll ever try to monetize this channel. I'm just saying, or at least they didn't tell me I got a strike. Yeah, maybe it's like one of those secret strikes, and they'll hold it against you. But fuck was I talking about? Does it matter? Let me see here. Oh well, I can't think of it. But yeah, I'm just saying, it's like there's a lot of these fake ass folks out here. Like I said, I'll tell you. Have y'all heard that Twitch streamer Bad Bunny? And she's this, I guess she's like a social democratic type or a democratic socialist type. She's like, oh, all the evil things white people have done. And she's up there in Seattle. And you know damn well her ass ain't out there. You know damn well she, once again, I mean, this is just the type of folks that they are, But I don't know. I was trolling her a little bit, and I typed in Black Power. It's like, of course, she just said, "Oh, it's sad that they try to make that into a racist thing." And it's like, then I started to type out about Yakub, this and that. Oh, it's the same type of thing with the Vosh chat. It's like, we're against nationalism. We're against all forms of nationalism. Well, then you're a fucking idiot. Then you must be against Vietnam. You must be against Cuba. You must be against the DPRK. So shut your fucking mouth. And you're nothing more than a liberal. Shut your fucking mouth. At least that's my attitude anyway. So when I see these types of folks do that type of shit, I can't stand it. I'll be honest with you. I can't stand that shit. When, you see, and not even men or women, I don't care who it is, but it's like, if you start to say shit like that, oh, well, the DPRK did this, or, oh, China is bad. Fuck are you going to do about it? I saw that with that bad empanada as well. I don't even feel like mentioning him because he's one of the ugliest motherfuckers. Some Australian expat lives in Argentina. Made a video talking about how Perón is really a good guy. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with Perón. I mean, I haven't studied every single little thing about him, but it sounds like he was a pretty base dude. But it's like, you're supposed to be a socialist, Marxist Leninist type of dude, at least what he was saying. Now he's talking about how, oh, Mo Uyghurs, this and that. Shut the fuck up. So I can't stand about fools like that. But I can't waste my time with shit like that. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I mean, honestly, it's just we're all stuck inside. It's like we just want to be mad at somebody. That's really what it is, man. I'll be honest with you. That's why I see some of these folks. It's like I just want to be mad at something or just laugh at something. When I see Vosh just say some ignorant shit and watch his audience just go after him for saying that, some ANCAP type shit, or say, oh, I don't give a fuck about other cultures. You fucking dipshit. It's like, you deserve what you get then, asshole. You deserve it. I don't give a shit if you do get 12,000 views when you're talking with somebody. Bruh, I don't give a fuck. Uyghurs is free to bet 2.0. It is, exactly. It really is. It really, truly is. It really is free to bet 2.0. And yet, these motherfuckers, what did he say about Perón? Maybe he just liked him because he is anti-communist. Yeah, maybe so. I mean, I can't think of it. Looks like, I'm sure that y'all have at least heard of that bad empanada guy. He's got this big ass beard. He got the crooked ass two bottom row teeth. He looks like a creepy dude, man. It's like, I can say that because but I'm just saying he looks like a creepy dude. And of course, like I say, he's an Australian expat living in Argentina. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? You gonna be the first gringo that they beat up, man. I mean, that's the same type of thing I said about China. It's like, if you're a white dude in China and some shit goes down, you're going to be the first motherfucker that's going to get stomped out. That's going to be curb stomped. I'm just telling you. And that's not fear mongering, I don't think. I'm just saying that as the truth. But that's just me. I think that, yeah, but I mean, to answer your question, though, you're an Army ball. I think that basically he was just saying is that it's mixed. It's a mixed view of how Perón is seen. America has to leave America anyway, so Uyghurs in Hong Kong is just consensus building. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, the whole thing with the Uyghurs is like, it's one of those hashtag not all, but it's like there are a sizable amount who sorry, I was listening to what's the name, but yeah, basically what I'm saying is that there have been enough who became Wahhabists and joined ISIS and who joined have joined these Idlib, Turkish-backed puppets in Idlib province, and who stay there. There have been enough. So yeah, I mean, China, to me at least, is doing what they got to do, and it's like you can say, yeah, China's going to overtake the U.S. this and that. Yeah, that's probably going to happen. Like I say, maybe I'm contradicting myself from what I said earlier today. Actually, I know I am. But I'll just say China is what it is. Ultimately, it doesn't affect me right now. I got other shit going on right here. So why don't we, why don't we worry about getting rid of that first, But that's just me. That's just me. I'm glad I'm out of the anti-communist rabbit hole now. Yeah. Like I say, that anti-communist rabbit hole, that can lead in some cringy stuff, It really can. At this point, I don't know. I just watch the political stuff just to, either just laugh at or to try to glean something from. Like I said, I hope y'all enjoyed that Southfront video I uploaded. Apparently, I was researching that it was a video on Hezbollah explaining all the details. Really good stuff. And I'm not just saying that for my own, ratings or algorithm or anything else like that. I'm just saying it's a good video, I think. That Southfront made that was deleted. That YouTube, deleted. They didn't want to see it. I'm just saying, though. I'm not doing that to promote me necessarily. I'm just saying it's a good video, regardless. But anyway, talking about Hezbollah, the Army of God and all that type of thing. Very good stuff. Or the Party of God, I should say. Excuse me. But yeah, excellent stuff. But yeah, I was waiting to see if Caleb Maupin's going to answer my question and see if he knows who. But like I say, man, it's crazy times out there, man. It's crazy stuff out there going on, It's just, I don't know, man. Like I say, it's wild. Wild-ish going on. That's just how it goes, Like I say, it's just, a lot of folks are just going to, they just shift from, being alt-right to now you're just being a soak dem who, fights against racism, this and that. It's just silly. Yeah. Thanks for the Southfront video. I appreciate that, GSP. I do. Honestly, I'd like America to no longer be the dominant world power and get some of our own problems figured out before we go and bomb some poor Middle Eastern dictatorship. Exactly. Oh, yeah. I feel the same way. That's what we need to do. But ultimately, some of it, it's a whole mix. Dare I say it, but it's kind of like maybe intersectionality is right in some ways. I know that's a cringe statement to make, but I'm gonna flip intersectionalism the way I want it to. But it's like it's not just the powers that be. It's not just the military industrial complex. It's it's not just the IMF or whichever group. So many different fucking things, man. A lot of different shit going on. And like I say, the United States is just going to continue to get worse. It will. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind it will. And it doesn't matter who you're going to vote for. Electoralism is a joke. At least for now. Maybe it'll change later on. But for now, electoralism is a joke. But I'll play along because it's all I have. So, that's all you can do. I could be like an extreme Wignut and say vote Democrat, but shit, I'm not going to tell y'all what to do. At the end of the day, y'all are going to do what you want. I think it's just ridiculous, when these folks want to complain about America. It's like, yeah, United States, plenty of problems. Absolutely plenty of problems. And, it is what it is, Man, that's all I got to say, really. I don't know. Is there anything else you want me to bring up? I was just, I just bring up this stuff and then, I just put out a little thing. Is there anything else y'all want me to talk about? Anything spicy? I see the Portland protests are going on. Maybe I'll stream that for a minute. I'll steal it from that boomer. I can't think of his name now. What is his name? Oh yeah, Briggs. That's it. Yeah, World According to Briggs, the boomer who does the videos on. What is it? I can't think of it now. Yeah, here we go. I'll show a bit of this here. How about that? Either that or else I could turn on Woke TV and have like 6 different streams going on, or 7 or 8 different streams. That's kind of, yeah. Portland, Oregon protests. Oh boy, the peace sign again. I've seen that peace sign before, haven't y'all? It's crazy. It's crazy to see that peace sign going on. You know that it's just. How can you keep it up for that long? I mean, that's like having sex with someone for 52 days in a row or 53 days. Like, bruh, this is ridiculous. Yeah. Why is the icon? Oh, videos. Oh, on the bottom. It's a joke thing I did. It's a joke thing I did. That was one of the only ones that I was gonna put a watermark on the streams, and I thought to myself like, okay, I was trying to find the right thing, and I was just like, okay, well, I was just being lazy, and I saw the EU flag. I'm like, why not just use that as a watermark? I was like, okay. And I remember Glossno back in the day. I mean, he's working now, but I remember he was one of the only dudes that responded. I'm like, we love the EU. So I think there was a time around, like all the censorship that, everybody was, pissing their pants over with the EU saying that they're going to ban memes and crap like that. What was that article? I can't even fucking remember. Shit just passes by so quick. But anyway, that's the story behind the EU flag watermark. It was just something funny. I was just like, fuck it. I'm just going to do that, That's all it was. Let's see here. I'm surprised Briggs is still out here. I mean, he's so boomer. And it's like he was in the army, too. I think that he was infantry or something like that. And it's like, I mean, in general, he's kind of, like I say, he's just kind of, he calls himself a liberal, this and that. In general, I like his videos. He's got, he does present some good stuff. I mean, he's still a boomer, and I don't really agree with him necessarily, but whatever, Just because he's boomer doesn't necessarily make him bad, but you know what I mean? But yeah, I think that's all I had to really say. I already ran out of steam on that one, but yeah. Yeah, anything that empowers America just makes life for European Americans worse. Yeah, exactly. It really does. I mean, at this point, just I understand. It's like I was listening to a stream with that Arctos founder, John something or other. And, he was saying some important stuff that it's not just, that accelerationism may not be, the defense of it isn't going to be so easy. Is that, people have planned for, the end, the elites have all this research and everything else that we don't have, at our fingertips, this and that. And then we don't have the funds. So I think he's got a point. But to me, I think it's a whole, like I said, once again, intersectionality may have its points. It just needs to be flipped around in another way, But the 3%ers are going to save the broken republic from the rhinos and the communist satanic Democratic Party. Yeah, exactly. The boomer gang. That's why I can't, it's just ridiculous with the boomers. This is just ridiculous. So isn't it? This is just boring. Selling the Black Lives Matter shirts. It's just ridiculous, Go back to Black Power. I mean, why don't you just do that? Go back to Black Power. Go back to that. Black Lives Matter is just so pussy. I've thought about this. It's like Black Lives Matter. The idea of that is just so pussy. It's just like Black Lives Matter too. Please don't hurt us. It's like, no, Black Power. I don't care about no lives. We eternal. Black Power implies that you're eternal. That doesn't matter if you're alive or dead. Black Power can speak to some deeper shit. Why not use that? You see what I'm saying? Why not go back to Black Power and say, fight the power? All that type of thing. Say some shit like that. Say Black Power. Say crackers get out, or say, I don't know, say something wild. Not this Black Lives Matter. Once again, it implies the whole idea of all lives matter or Hispanic lives matter. It's pitiful. No, Black Power. Just say that. But of course they don't want to do that. And of course, like I say, that, as much as these folks will say that they're not racist or, oh, we respect black people. Oh, it's so awful. This and that. Oh, these are the same motherfuckers who be like, oh, but we don't like black nationalism, though. We don't like any nationalism. Nationalism is bad. And it's like, you look at the rest of the world, it's bullshit, Black lives in general and species collective, yeah, it's implicit. Yeah. Well, yeah, I know, but Black Power is eternal to me. That's the whole thing. I mean, I know I'm being retarded when I say it that way. I understand what you're trying to say, Renee, but it's like in general, I'm just like, yeah. By the way, why is yeah, okay, sorry, I read that one. Apparently Kanye is still running, he's doing speeches and stuff. Do you know anything about that? With Kanye, I think that I don't know. I think he's just putting out great content, period. I mean, when he said that Harriet Tubman what was that he said about Harriet Tubman? Oh my gosh, that was hilarious as hell, yeah. Black lives in general. Okay, yeah. Well, black scientists are a pain in the Zionists are a pain in the ass. Sorry. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Allahu Akbar. Exactly. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Doodly doo doo doodly doo. I should go, but when I get some money next time, when I get my government check for school, I'll probably get the Green Book. Maybe I'll read that on stream or something like that. I'll read the Green Book. Y'all want me to do that? Y'all want me to read the Green Book on air, on stream? Kanye's funny, but also true. Exactly. Yeah. Kanye, Kanye be spitting it. Like I say, I mean, simultaneously, the black community will love him and hate him at the same time. It's just, because they, but they'll always love Louis Farrakhan, or something like that. But it's like Kanye West, they'll be like, we like your music, but, yeah. Green Book sounds epic. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Like I said, I'll probably read that on stream. That sounds like a good one, doesn't it? But I should at least try to finish that book, The Avengers. I know y'all may not like that book necessarily, but I think that's fascinating stuff, though. About talking about the origins of at least modern day Israel, this and that, and trying to figure out. A lot of folks don't really talk about it. They talk about it in vague terms about Zionism, but it's like there's a lot of big splits. There's the split between bourgeoisie Zionism and labor Zionism, and that type of stuff fascinates the hell out of me. But yeah. What's going on here? What's Caleb talking about?
Of Ruby Curl Pinkins. Stop the eviction of Ruby Curl Pinkins. And, it was on the local news. And
oh well. I'm not gonna worry about it. If he answers it, he answers it. He can just enjoy my money, I guess. Oh well. Or at least YouTube can enjoy it. That sounds good. Yeah. Green Book. Yeah. Do you have any thoughts on Tucker Carlson 2024? That's such a mean thing. I mean, the thing is that Tucker Carlson, no. I think it's just a cringe thing. I mean, the thing is, ever since politics became how it was, I mean, in the United States, it's just so ridiculous. I mean, a lot of countries are ridiculous when you talk about people that are running for president. But the thing is, I don't really care about Tucker Carlson. In general, it's like, yeah, he makes some based statements here and there, but in general, I'm like, he's on Fox News. He gets his millions of dollars. So it's like, whatever, I don't really like the whole idea of people accosting him or accosting his family. I think that's some bullshit. That's some hoe shit right there. That's just some, that's some pussy shit, Yeah, CIA Tucker. Yeah. Yeah, like I say, I mean, I think with Tucker Carlson, yeah, him running for president would just, it would just be a joke. I mean, if you think the people don't like Donald Trump, wait until, Tucker Carlson comes out and officially, and just makes it that much worse. You know what I mean? I mean, that's my take on it anyway. That's my take. It's just silly, man. I find it ridiculous seeing that type of thing, Seeing Tucker Carlson go out there and, I don't know. And of course, they BTFO'd that writer. I guess he was like, he was a big chanter, this and that. He was, and everything else. And, ugly looking dude. But I'm just like, balding. He looked like that one election expert or whatever, the advisor. That dude that's going bald, that's going to be, probably on CNN that says that Trump's going to lose this time. I don't really care, man. I mean, I do secretly just hope Donald Trump would lose just so people can stop talking about him. It's like, that's my take on it. Just stop talking about fucking Trump. I'm so tired of it. It's like, just, okay, Trump will be fine. He's not, once again, you see, I mean, I've talked about this before, but I'll say it again. A lot of this shit just sounds like what conservatives were saying back in 2016. Or, yeah, like 2016, where they said, oh, well, Operation Jade Helm, Obama's going to stay president forever. His takes on the Iraq War were extremely cringe. Yeah, exactly. Get Caleb on Tucker to talk capitalism. Yeah. Well, it's funny. It's like they even had that Anya Parampil from Gray Zone. She was on there. So, I mean, it's funny that she was on Tucker Carlson. But yeah, like I say, I mean, in general, I mean, Anya Parampil, being with Gray Zone and, talking good about China, whatever. But, but let me finish my point. There are plenty of conservatives and, just Republicans in general who are just like, oh, well, Obama's going to take over through, Operation Jade Helm. He's going to try to, take over the country, And people are saying that about Trump because he made one comment. He's like, I don't like to lose. Trump doesn't give a fuck. The thing is, like they said even back in 2016 and 2017, he said that his campaign was basically a goof. He didn't think he'd win. He didn't think that he'd win. And it's like, I say at this point, Trump, man, go ahead and just go ahead and go off, man. Go ahead and just go back to Mar-a-Lago and just spend, your days there. And we can have, good old Biden and, watch him fuck up even more. And watch all these leftists that said, we just need to get rid of Trump, period. And watch these folks cope for a bit more, and then they're going to try to find some sort of sneaky ass way to say, oh, well, Biden's bad too, that conservatives are going to become the new SJWs if Biden is elected, sort of like Obama era. Yeah, they will, but I think that conservatives are just pussies, though. The thing is that, what are conservatives going to do anyway? Other than, like boomer conservatives who actually have a job, eventually someone's going to have to wake up sometime. You know what I mean? It's like eventually, somebody's going to have to wake up somewhere. I don't know how, but, I think that's what's going to happen. It's just, I mean, that's my take on it anyway. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just coping, but it's like, I would much rather see that than try to worry about this other fake law going on. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous, all this shit going on. I got tired of watching Caleb Maupin. I think it's interesting. Hopefully he can research talking about Sonny Carson. I think he's an interesting fella. I'll talk to y'all a little bit about it. Why not? I know y'all are probably like, bro, I don't want to talk, but Sonny Carson, was he was part of the Congress of Racial Equality in New York. And he grew up in Brooklyn and, eventually became kind of more of a black separatist type of dude. Well, maybe not black separatist. I think that's, but he was definitely an advocate for black people, during the Crown Heights incident where, a Orthodox Jewish limo driver killed one and injured another, this kid Cato. He was like, we need to ban Jewish businesses in Brooklyn, everything else. So he was kind of a base dude, but it just kind of faded into nothingness, yeah. A lot of police state cringe takes during Obama stemming from the George Bush Jr. era, yeah. Yeah, I can kind of believe that. Like I say, once again, I think that's kind of the absurdity of, the Lincoln Project. I mean, the Lincoln Project, of course, the funniest thing, and one of the few funny things I find about Stephen Colbert today is when he had, his writers or whoever it was, and they brought on, what's his face? I can't even think of his name now. The guy from the Lincoln Project, and just, BTFO'd him saying, it was okay when Bush did it, and the Iraq War and all that, So, yeah, I mean, that was, but that was a great time to see that, yeah. Not that it was all unfounded, but yeah, but that America would ever become absolutist. Yeah. Would ever become the absolutist. Yeah. It is ridiculous, Like I say, I mean, I think that, I mean, what else is there to say? I mean, really, I mean, I think I've really said my piece now. I think sometimes I can go on a rant for a good long time, but I can't think of anything else now. I usually just watch these protests and laugh and see the clips of various things. I mean, I saw the clips yesterday. They were down in I think it was Louisville, Texas. And it's like, for those that know, Louisville, Texas is like an enclave in DFW. Technically it's a city, but it's like a lot of those cities in DFW to me don't exist. It's all just Dallas Fort Worth. It's all just one big fucking metropolis in my view. It's like, if you've been to Dallas Fort Worth, at least when it's like, if you're a Texan and you live in a small town going to Dallas Fort Worth, it's like it's all one thing. I don't give a shit what you say. It's all one thing. It's like, whether it's Birdville, Louisville, Flower Mound, it's like, okay, other than one fucking sign, I can't really tell the difference. It's like, yes, it's like, I've heard that Louisville is poor compared to other places, but in general, it's like, man, who cares? What we see now is what America was destined to become. Not really a FEMA camp, absolute state. Yeah, I can't disagree with you, GSP, definitely. But yeah, I mean, like I say, I'll go into the Texas issues and whatnot. Maybe I need to do some more research about what's going on in Texas and talk about that more. But I think that, you just remember all that FEMA camps talk and coffins. And isn't Alex Jones still pushing that? I'm sure he is. Sorry for hearing that, folks. But yeah, maybe I'll do some research on that. Maybe I'll see what's going on locally. I mean, I think that, Texas, I think in general. Yeah, I'll talk about COVID. Why don't I talk about COVID for a minute? How about I do that? I was going to say is that, New York, of course, one of the hardest, one of, if not the hardest hit state, of the 50 states. Partly because, New York is so corrupt as a state, in general. Sorry. Ooh, I'm full of it tonight. Ooh. Brap. Sorry. I wish Jib Jab still did their year in reviews. Who's Jib Jab? Who's that? I'm too boomer. I'm sorry. I only stuck to people like. Oh, okay. Huh. Okay. I had no idea. I'm just too boomer. Sorry. But yeah, got a BLM T-shirt so I don't contract. Yeah, COVID-19. Exactly. But I was gonna say is that Florida apparently is starting to get hit more too, and it's starting to get worse there. And that they can blame the governor and all that type of thing. But yeah, I mean, that's Florida for you, though. Florida man and all that. And that's all we can think of Florida. It's like Miami, and then there's Florida, man. I mean, that's all people know about Florida. It's like people on the internet. It's like Miami and Cubans and Haitians, and then, and then Florida man wrestling a gator or something like that, or Florida man, running down a park buck naked or something. That's that's what people think of Florida. It's just like, Oh man, I think I've said my piece on it. I've kind of hit the high here with 5 people. I don't know what else to talk about, honestly. I really don't. I was just gonna say I like what Caleb Maupin was saying. I'll go back to that. I can respect the dude. Even though he was gonna have me on, and then he was like, oh shit, he saw my content. But I've been over that. I've said that 3 times now. Like I say, hopefully y'all don't become boomers like me, and you're just like, oh my, just start repeating yourself, and you're just like, oh my gosh, what am I doing with my life? Yeah, I hope y'all don't become like that. I hope y'all don't become boomers like me, But anyway, but yeah, it's just silly, man, with this whole COVID stuff. It's like, I'm not going to sit here and deny, that people are dying and everything else, or not wearing masks and everything. It's like, but in general, all that boomer shit has already died down. It's like that's already passed, man. Yeah, the boomers are out there, and in general, it's like, even, I was waiting in line for a barbecue. I was with my dad, and it's like everyone had a mask on, this and that. So it's like everyone played along. It's not, I don't know. And I know that's like, oh, it's just ridiculous, It's just fei hua going on, It's just shao fei hua. That's all it is, man. Just crazy. craziness. Got any idea of what's going on in Europe? I haven't heard anything about it recently, except out of place BLM protests. Oh, what is going on in old Europa? I think Europa is just kind of. I know that there are, issues. I mean, I heard this from that guy, Red Pill Germany. I used to listen to him when I was listening to MGTOW stuff, and then he kind of became more of a political guy. But I think he was saying that, supposedly they're moving troops out of Germany and they're putting them in Poland, I think. They're moving U.S. troops out of Germany and putting them in Poland, I guess, to defend against, Russia or whatever the case may be. We don't have the balls to take on Russia, but, yeah. Nobody in Moscow is wearing masks. Owned. Yeah. People act like surgical masks are some sort of brand new invention. Yeah, they do. I mean, it is sad that, there are boomers that did that. It's like, I'll admit for me, I didn't do it for a while because I was just like, oh shit, I don't have a mask. And then I eventually just, spent the money and bought one. But it's like, but yeah, it's just kind of, like I say, it's just kind of getting wilder and wilder, And of course, people are gonna be like, oh, don't send your kids to school. And it's just like, okay, well, what are you gonna do then? Just have your kids sit at home and get fatter? I mean, I don't know. I hate to say it like that, but it's like, what the fuck are you gonna have them do? I don't know, man. I mean, to me, this is just a further proof of what, UBI is going to look like, maybe Yang was right on something, I mean, even though he was pussy in a lot of ways too, don't get me wrong, but, he did say some good stuff. I mean, I'll put it that way with Yang. I don't know. Y'all remember when Yang first came up? I'm gonna just go full boomer here. I'm just gonna be like, do you remember when this happened? I remember, but I remember when, I remember I heard some rumblings of Yang, and for the those that have heard of Borzoi, the guy that goes on with Stryker, but it's like I think that he said that he talked about Yang way back in 2018, and then all the Yang Gang stuff came out, and all those really crazy memes and everything. It's just crazy, and then then of course the clip started to come out, It's like, of course, he said one good thing about white folks, and then everybody just jumped on his dick, Yeah. Honestly, not too many people are wearing masks here in Washington, but I don't go many places except from my house to a nearby walking trail and back. Yeah, that's probably the best thing, honestly, right now. It's like, I mean, they tell you not to deal with people. It's like, shit, I don't deal with people now. What are you talking about? Yeah. Yeah, stay home. Hey, just figured out that these stream specific emojis. But oh, okay, really? Huh? Oh, okay, that's probably in the YouTube stream. Maybe I don't know. YouTube sometimes be tripping. I see these videos that I upload, and it's like, yeah, Yang Gang was hilarious. So it was. I do. I mean, yeah, it was kind of a cool meme for a little bit, but it burned itself out so quick. And then I joined the Kang Gang. I remember it was like with that Sway Guevara guy. With the green hats, and they were supporting Tariq Nasheed for president, and so I joined the Kang Gang not too long after that. I remember that was some funny shit. Oh, the times on Twitter. Oh, Yang Gang vapor wave hats were epic looking. Yeah, they were pretty based, like I say. But yeah, once again, I mean, the Yang Gang thing just kind of died out because, of course, people just smeared him so bad and everything. Oh, he's a fascist. The white nationalists support him. It's like, no, they supported him for a little bit, but then they jumped off the bandwagon pretty quick, But then, of course, he became a CNN. I was going to say CIA, CNN, but same thing, maybe. He became an analyst, and, but it was ridiculous. So, it's just so ridiculous nowadays. Yang was a pussy. Yeah, he was. He was very pussy, but... Like I say, I mean, he's one of the only guys to talk about UBI, and of course, everyone smeared him, was like, oh, well, UBI, we don't like that. That's fascism. It's like, that's going to be the same thing you motherfuckers going to be doing. Why are you talking shit, Oh, what's going on with these protests? Let's take a look. Same type of shit. They're just walking. He's not even in the one that's outside the federal courthouse. They're not even doing that, so... Can Gang could help me in the right. Yeah, that was a good time though. I tell you what, that Can Gang with Sway Guevara and that the Iranian foot nigga. I can't think what it's at now. I think it's like he's a cool dude. I mean, he gets BTFO'd every other week, it seems like, but he's a cool dude. Yeah. Elbow bump. Yeah, social distancing handshake emoji exists apparently. Holy crap. Really? It's crazy. It's crazy the stuff that works out. Oh, man. I think I've said my piece. So, once again, I said that about half an hour ago, it seems like. But I think I've said my piece. Is there anything else y'all want me to bring up? If so, I'll just I'll say my thank yous, and I think I'll call it tonight. I think and just watch some videos, or maybe I'll watch a movie or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll go out and watch my parents. I don't know. Maybe I'll be really, I don't know. I'll see. Anything else y'all want me to talk about? Anything? Because not much else is going on, man. It's just kind of the same old malaise. Trump says something stupid. We're still talking about what the interview that he had with Chris Wallace. I don't really give a shit, to be honest with you. Who cares? I mean, yeah, Chris Wallace is the son of Mike Wallace, who said that, Chris Wallace, I was going to say Mike Wallace, of course, said all these crazy things about, Yang did address important concerns for white Americans. Yeah. Not a problem at all. Thank you, GSP. I appreciate it. And I hope when you and Constantine release, that stream or whatnot, I'll be there to watch y'all. Because I know y'all give some good insights and everything. Hopefully we'll see what goes on with, Iran and Syria. Maybe y'all could talk about that new Southfront video, talking about, NATO, everything else about it falling apart. I don't know. Y'all can do what you want, though. Y'all are grown men. I'm just saying I enjoy y'all streams. Anyway, I will give my thank you zone. I think I'll call it good. But like I say, Trump and Biden ads are equally cringe. Yeah, they are. Yeah, the whole, Lincoln Project is ridiculous. Trump, yeah. But I will say thank you to, I'll just cut to the chase here. Sorry. I know I'm kind of along here, but yeah. Thank you to GSP, of course, Union Army Ball, Benedict. Who else? Yeah. And Kazan, who was in here for a little bit. I saw your video today. I thought that was very good, sir. I appreciate your extra comments. I may be looking into some of those folks that you talked about. I think that's about it, though. Renee Moncayo. It's been a while since I've seen you in chat, so I appreciate the comments that you gave. I know you're probably gone, but that's all right. That's all right. And I think, Will DeMarco, I saw you in the chat. So I think that's all the thank yous I want to give. You have a good night as well, GSP. Good night to you and Army Ball. And thank you to Benedict, of course. I think that's all I really got to say, to be honest with you. I was going to say one last thing, actually. I remember Union Army Ball because I was raised in Tacoma, Washington, interestingly enough. And I don't know if you've heard of this, but have you ever heard of Natchez Trail Elementary School? It's right next to this, little forest there. Beautiful, beautiful area from what I remember. I remember that I got a stick that kind of looked like a snake. It kind of makes me think of the one that, the biblical, staff that could turn into a snake that Moses had. I think I'm getting that right. But anyway, I was just saying, it reminds me of my young days as a child in Washington State. But anyway, I will leave it there. I appreciate everyone making their comments, and y'all have a good night. See you later. Bye-bye.